So this is a peanut butter ale from Blue Moon. A friend of mine, when I was over his house about a month ago, middle of June, told me that he had at Beer Fest in Atlantic City, New Jersey, a Blue Moon peanut butter ale. He thought it was the best beer he's ever had, but he cannot find it anywhere. I went on to bluemoon.com and I did find that they did, you know, I wouldn't think Blue Moon would make it, but they made a peanut butter ale. And it was 5.4% alcohol, 12.5 degrees Plato, original gravity, Maris Otter, Munich, and Vienna malts with Chinook and Saaz, or Saaz, whichever way you want to say it. I say, everyone's telling me Saaz, so we're going to say Saaz. And it uses an English ale yeast. So I did some research. Well, the IBU was 12, and that's basically all they gave me. And it says that it's a light to medium body with a lingering peanut butter aftertaste. So I was looking up English mild recipes, and because that's what I think this would probably be best. And I came up with, for a 5-gallon in the fermenter recipe, was using WLP 002 English ale yeast, 9 pounds Maris Otter, 2 pounds Munich, half pound Crystal 60. The original gravity on my system was fairly low. It's about a 1050, 1052. The final gravity was a 1016. It basically just stalled out at that moment. It's about 2 weeks. And that's with the English ale yeast. And I did a 40-minute addition, half ounce of Chinook and half ounce of Saaz at 15 minutes to give me an IBU about 25. The SRM is about just below 10. I use PB2 in about 4 ounces of vodka. The PB2 comes in a bag from Costco. That's about 6 ounces, 6.3 ounces. I put that in a fruit processor with the vodka, blended it, pulsed it until it became like a fine sand. I put that in my refrigerator, covered it for the time that it fermented. And then I added it to the secondary for about 2 weeks. And then I racked it with closed transfer after cold crashing it in my keg fridge for about 2 days. I closed transferred it to a keg that was purged with CO2. And I'm happy to say that I can actually do that now because I went to brewhardware.com and I could do a closed transfer now from my top of a carboy with the double in, like the rubber orange cap. I have a special one. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. It actually has my CO2 attached to it on a barb. I stick my bottling wand, my racking cane down through here, put a zip tie around this bad boy so it doesn't pop off, set the PSI just to get the beer moving, and if I leave it up top, I just want to fill that up with CO2 to push it out, and then once it pushes out, it goes right into my keg. The keg basically did the same thing, but I did a force transfer with enclosed with my Star San solution, 5 gallons of Star San solution, mixed it up, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Then I did the same thing, put my gas on, fed out everything through the fluid side, the beer side, back into a container I'm holding my Star San in, and now I have a keg that's purged with CO2 completely. I had a lot of issues with that because even malty beers like this, and especially hoppy beers, would lose all aroma. The color would change to a darker brown, and all the flavor would be muddled. So doing a closed transfer and making sure that my pin lock kegs have a ball lock cap now with the purge popper on the top that you can pull the ring. I can purge the whole keg of all oxygen and not have any problems. Before I couldn't. I had to do it from the gas inlet. There was a small 1-inch piece of stainless steel tubing that was a feed going into it, and it left a little headspace of just oxygen or CO2 and oxygen mixed. So when I force carbed it, I'm basically pushing oxygen into my beer. So I'm glad I got that fixed. The true test is the New England IPA that I have down over there, 10 gallons. That's still bubbling away in the primary. We'll see how that goes. I will definitely post something when I'm doing the closed transfer and then an aftermath of how it tastes. But this has been on gas for about 3 weeks. It's nice and clear. It's not super crystal clear because the peanut butter actually did make it hazy. Before putting peanut butter in this, I tasted it. And wow, I was like blown away. It was like eating toast with strawberry jam on it. And it was toasty, it was crackery, it was almost not buttery, but it had this nice mouthfeel of sweetness from the 1016 finishing gravity. And then it had the esters from the English ale yeast that gave off a fruity ester. It was really good. But my friend wanted a peanut butter ale, and I was set on giving him peanut butter ale. So I put the peanut butter in there, and to be honest with you, smells like peanut butter. Very slight sweetness, almost like a lactose type of sweetness. There is no lactose in this. There's no sweetener in the PB2 at all either. It's just dehydrated peanut butter. It's a little dry, but at 1016 it's going to be a little sweet. It's a good balance, and it's light. It's a light medium body. It's perfect for August 3rd as it is today, 90-degree weather outside. The peanut butter is not overpowering at all. I used the 6-ounce bag from Costco in there. And like I said, I mixed it with 4 ounces of vodka, pulsed it in my food processor to make us like a gritty sand, and I added that to secondary for about 2 weeks. Cold crashed it, closed transferred it afterwards into a keg, let it sit on 14 psi of gas for about 3 weeks. I'm trying it right now, and as you can see from the size of the glass, this is an easy drinker. Every drink you take just keeps that peanut butter in your mouth, but it's not overpowering at all. It is a true end of summer, beginning of autumn drinker. It is delicious. Hopefully I can keep this around. If not, I'm really gonna make another batch. I'm probably gonna make 10 gallons. Do half without peanut butter and half I'm probably gonna add a little bit more peanut butter to it, even maybe some cocoa nibs, just to get that roundness to it. And maybe even throw in some Vienna, see what happens with that. Maybe get some more residual sweetness out of it. This is about a 5% beer. It's delicious. You guys definitely should try it. Check the comments below. The first comment, I'll put the recipe. Only thing you really need to know is I mashed it about 154 degrees just to get the maltiness up. That's about it. You guys enjoy. Thanks.